We live our lives on the ocean, often in remote places, without phone signal or the safety of a reliable coast guard. And usually it's great this way. However, it's great until it isn't, and then it can really test you. Such as it did last week, when we had higher winds approaching, were on a lee shore, and had an intermittent engine. We made the decision to pick up whilst the weather was calm and head the 60-mile trip to the nearest marina.
That was a stressful morning.
We were to be in for a few surprises for sure, and not the nice kind, as we spent the next week figuring out how to get ourselves up and running again.
The boat's kept us so safe, and I feel like we've let her down.
Make sure to click like and subscribe and enjoy the journey.
Right, you know that thing we took out?
Yeah?
You got to put it back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because what they've done, you didn't set it up properly because you went forward and so fitted. It should be a new vent, but with a proper fitting. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. Okay, we found the issue. It has just started since Shelter Bay, and we were trying to rack our brains on things that we changed.
Yeah, no, it's because I took that circuit out, that's what it is. My problem, not yours.
No, not at all, not at all. It was a silly setup anyway, it needed to be fixed, and this was just the kick we needed to fix it. We are very much underway, sailing to Vista Mar Marina. It was a bit of a frantic few hours. I was there doing yoga and it was a beautiful morning, and then we thought we'd do a routine check to make sure we can start the engine because the winds were picking up and we were on a lee shore. The engine wouldn't start. I will just say, it might seem like, oh well, you've got sails, whack the sails up, but if there was no wind for whatever reason, like a system was coming and the wind got stripped away from where you were, and the current can get up to 2 knots there, you've got no chance of sailing out of there with no wind. You need an engine. It's just a case of when we get out of an island and we're sailing, the kind of apprehension just kind of melts away. We've still got to cross the bridge of getting into the marina tonight. Fingers crossed the engine will just start and it will all be perfect. We know what the issue is now. Water is getting into the fuel and that's why it can't start. It just takes 1 drop to get in. We thought the head gasket was blown, which has similar symptoms. What?
My brain just jumped out from the boat.
Anyway, there's some water in the fuel and we took out the anti-siphon valve in Shelter Bay thinking it was redundant because it looked corroded and it looked like it was not meant to be there. We took it out. We needed it. Been kind of hitting our head against a brick wall for the last week or so, figuring out what has changed with everything. What did we change? That's what we changed. So I feel hopeful that we can solve this. We know what part we need to buy. I'm feeling a lot more positive than I did about an hour ago. And I think it's really hard on camera to kind of convey the feeling of, I wouldn't say dread. We're in a beautiful place. Life is incredible, but all of that can be put to a halt really quickly if, you know, you're dragging through an anchorage and your engine won't start and you're alone, and I think that's always going to be difficult to convey on camera, the actual, yeah, I'd say fear. Yeah, that's definitely a scary feeling. Not feeling hopeless. You would obviously put up sails and you try to sail, but the tide rips through there. So that's why we just made that split decision just to leave. Yeah, 50 miles sailing. We'll be in by midnight tonight, I think. So, and Carnival's coming up next week, so that's something to look forward to. And we hopefully know the solution to this issue, so it's not all doom and gloom. It's actually pretty positive right now, and it's beautiful sailing outside. Some of the best we've had, and we actually do have to cross the main Panama Canal TSS, the traffic separation scheme, which is a big shipping lane. It's like a motorway for big ships. We have to cross that, which is a little bit, whew, but it'll be fine. We've done it before. We'll do it again. What just happened?
I thought there's like a line of pelicans. It looked like a line of boys marking a net or something. Just like came out of nowhere, like how 50 meters in front of us?
Yeah.
Scared the, yeah, bloody birds.
I'm editing on the move. It's a bit bumpy. But we're making it work. And it's coffee time.
It sure is. I think we need this.
Yeah, we do. 5 more hours, and we'll be in.
I'm looking for the sun going down though.
Yeah, it's pretty hot out there.
It's really hot out there. Are we going to start the shipping, mate?
Yeah, a mile. I'm keeping an eye out. Good job, Bob. Currently 7:30 at night, and I just got the most unexpected phone call from Vista Mar Marina. The woman Jacqueline, who's on the desk there, she just was the sweetest person and just said, I want you just to know we're fully there for you. We're waiting up, making sure your arrival is safe into the marina. I've got my own dinghy if I need to come out and guide you in. I'll send you the marina map. She said we're all going to help you. I feel actually really overwhelmed because, you know, when you come into a place at night, you think everyone's going to be asleep and kind of ignoring you. And for her to ring and say that she's going to wait up to ensure that we're going to be safe, she'll guide us in with lights or the dinghy. She said, I'm going to assign you a berth, but if you can't make it into that one, she said, we'll work around it. She said, the priority right now is to get you in safe. That's unheard of for a marina. We've had some excellent service in a marina, but that is just, she said, whatever time of night it is, she said, you have my WhatsApp number now, give me a call. So yeah, that's really nice. But on that, we're going 3 knots. And we're actually the wind's just dying. So I think we will try and get the engine on. Once the engine's on, I think it's fine to just continue on. It's just getting it on, which is the interesting bit. That's a good sign. Okay, if I stay up here, do you want to go check that everything's good down there? So we've got, I think, about 13.9 miles to go. We're consistently checking the engine just to make sure everything is tickety-boo, and we've touched some wood, but so far so good. Feeling happy, confident. It's a really pitch black night. You can just see a glow from the land, but super dark night. Luckily the waves are really small, so the sails aren't smashing all over the place because we've got 6 knots of wind, so not enough to fill the sails. But no, it's lovely out here. Really peaceful, it's beautiful. It's saying we're going to get in about midnight, but yeah, feeling confident and good. Well, we are in. that all went really smoothly. There were 3 people on the pontoon waiting for us to catch our lines. I'm feeling really happy to be in. And obviously, just to put the cherry on the top, there was a lightning storm when we were out there. We thought it was someone shining a light at us, and then we just heard this crack of thunder and then another bolt. Like, oh, okay, it's fine, it's over there. And then one happens in front of us. So everything's in the oven again. Looked on all the lightning forecasts, the Cape and everything. Nothing was forecasted. That's just Panama for you. We usually aren't a fan of marinas, but seeing the morning light fall on the safe haven we now found ourselves in was a real relief. Unfortunately, we had to move one last time, to the berth we'd be staying in. The seacock's shut, so we don't want water siphoning into the engine, so we start the engine then open the seacock.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So are you happy starting it?
Yeah, I'm completely fine doing that.
As soon as it's going, I'm going to open it.
Yeah, just wait for it to start, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Woo! And sadly, it's when white smoke started pouring out the exhaust and a really bad sound started coming from the engine.
The threat of water in the engine wasn't a good one. So the minute we got in, it was time to drain the oil.
This is always a knackering job.
The oil wasn't chocolate milk, thank God, but it wasn't completely black either, indicating we had a bigger problem here. Luckily, our friends were on hand to give us some reassurance.
You've got a really good engine there. Worst case scenario, yeah, if you have got a problem where, you know, you've bent an exhaust valve or an inlet valve, yeah, it is definitely within your capability of doing it. Basically, it's Meccano, mate. That's all they are. Stuart obviously knows them far better than me.
Yeah.
That you can just replace the single inlet valve or exhaust valve. They're easy enough to do.
Okay, sweet.
So I don't think it's concerned if you see anything. And to be honest with you, mate, the expensive bit is the labour.
Yeah.
Parts are nothing.
Becca's asking how do we know if any of the valves are broken?
How many injectors have you got in your engine?
4.
Okay, so it's a 4-cylinder. So what you should find is that you've got an inlet valve and exhaust valve to each cylinder.
Okay.
So each will have a rocker. Okay, so you should find 4 rockers in there. And what you should find is cylinder 1 and 3 go down together, and cylinder 2 and 4 go down together. So they do opposites.
Yeah.
So that's how you get that combustion. Or it might be you've got some weird crank in there and they all move slightly different. But what I'm trying to say to you in the nicest possible way is each of those rockers should move the same amount but on a different rotation of the crank.
Okay.
Yeah? If you find that one of those rockers do not go up and down, you've got a bad cylinder.
Okay.
Which either means that you've got a problem or it's hydro locked and there's water in that cylinder. And that's where you then, to eliminate that, you then must take the injector out on what I call the bad cylinder.
Okay.
And get the water out.
Probably glued itself to it a little bit. Well done. Okay, slow, keep going.
Oh!
Oh, no water.
What? Okay. Tell me what the plan is then.
We're gonna do some stuff and bits.
Great.
We're gonna remove the cover here, get all the gunk out, which is probably gonna be in there. And for that, I'm gonna give it a bit of a clean so we don't get any more dirt or whatever in there. Right, can you just get some rags at the ready for here? And just like hold it there, yeah? Because that's where any oil that's going to come out is going to come out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Okay, well, it looks a lot worse on the cover than it does actually in it.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
It's alright.
That is off though. Oh gosh. Okay, well that's our issue. Bloody hell. We found our issue.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it, yeah, so that doesn't align with the rocker.
No.
It's not really bad, but that is a problem. What we've got to try and find out then is if that valve is bent or whether it's to do with it's hydro locked. Yeah.
If it's bent, that's a really big issue, right?
It's not a really big issue because you've got one that's damaged, and obviously it means that you've got some work to do.
Okay, down?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. It's not right. So I'll give you a little update of where we are at. It all started when we removed that piece of redundant piping, which was actually the anti-siphon valve stopping water from flowing up the exhaust into the engine. What the heck? There's then occasionally a really strange sound on the bottom of the boat. Don't know what that is. So anyway, we removed that. So now what we've got to figure out is, we think we've hydro-locked it, which means there's water in the combustion chamber. What we found by taking the rocker lid off was that, because it's a 4-cylinder engine, there's 4 sets of pairs on the rockers. So basically it's the rocker, spring, rod, which shuts the valve. So when it's like that, it's shut. When it's open like that. And what's making that move is a rod on this side, which is going round by a cam. I'm tired and I'm not explaining this well, but that's the rough overview. We're at a crossroads because we want to take the entire injector out. We want to turn the engine over by hand to squirt, or at least empty, the combustion chamber of water if there's water in there. We don't know there is water in there. We're just assuming there is. The issue with that is, because it's a Sol diesel engine and there's not many diagrams out there or videos or anything, we don't exactly know how to take the injector off. If we turn the wrong bolt on the injector, we could split the injector and then you have to get a new injector, and that is just, we're not going down that path. However, what we could do, which I'm leaning to, is taking just the rocker off. I think we have to take all of them off because the pressure is so big that if you take just one off, then you could break or bend the rocker shaft, which is also a big no-no. So there's a sequence to taking the rockers off. By taking the rockers off, we'd be able to take the rods out and see if one's bent. We'd also be able to see if it's the right length, if it's got a crack in it. We'd be able to see down into the piston and see if there's any damage down there. And we'd also be able to see whether there's anything under the rocker broken, because where the rod has been out of the cup, so the cup's here, the rod's going up and down like this, it's out of line, so it's been going up onto the rocker like that. So it's sheared some of the rocker off by going into it, and which hopefully has actually saved us, because it might mean that the incision into the rocker has been enough to dampen the impact on the rod. So hopefully it hasn't bent or cracked or snapped or anything like that. It is really loose in the thingy right now, so we're hoping that by cranking the engine it might all realign. But we might not be able to crank the engine because it might be hydro-locked, meaning we need to empty the combustion chamber, which means we need to take out the fuel injectors. But we're at a bit of a, I don't know, this is a lot. And I feel like I don't know, the boat's kept us so safe, and I feel like we've let her down. I look back and I just wish I could speak to my past self to say, don't do that, don't take that off, you're gonna bugger it all up. It is blowing an absolute hoolie outside today, and yeah, Zach's just out there polishing the stainless. I think I mentioned yesterday was just a really bad day. We were both really down in the dumps. I felt like I was on the brink of tears all day. and it was for no other reason than I felt like we'd let Tay-Lee down. And I was actually speaking to my parents about it this morning, and we were all saying that Tay-Lee has literally been our rock when, you know, we needed her, and then she needed us and we let her down. But I'm trying not to dwell on that, and today I'm feeling a lot better. And I know that, you know, we all make mistakes, and you know, the learning curve is not a straight line, that's why it's a curve. Yeah, we make mistakes. Anyway, feeling a lot better today, and we're just going to try and give Tay-Lee over the next few weeks as much love as we can. I know that even like here it's rusted, and she's showing her age a little bit in some areas, and we've kind of neglected the aesthetics for a while because we've had bigger things on our plate. But we're waiting to get some other opinions about our engine at the moment and just figure out all of that. We don't want to go rushing into taking any fuel injectors out in case we crack them, because then that's really bad. So we're just kind of not at a standstill by any means, but while we've got some time in this marina, we're going to give her as much love as we can. It's looking shiny, Zach.
What's that?
It's looking shiny.
It's getting there. I'm out of Starbright though.
Oh, really?
What is it, Becca?
Wow. We just came for an evening swim to get off the boat. And all these fish are migrating from the fresh water to the salt water.
But look at them all.
And it's insane. I've never seen anything like this before. It's a really high tide. What is he?
It's like a little sprat.
Oh yeah.
It's beautiful, it's like a bass.
Yeah.
Take him back, come on.
You're helping them out.
So they bury themselves when the water gets low, and then as soon as the tide comes back in, they start skimming along. He's trying to. There you go. Oh. And then he'll stay really still there because there's birds around. And then here comes.
It is so windy outside. So windy. We're actually heeled over in the slip. And Zach doesn't believe our wind instruments. He came in, he said, I need the handheld anemometer. I think that's how you say it. So he's up there with it. Anyway, our friends are just about to pull into the marina. And it's so windy, they just recorded 35 knots. Anyway, we're gonna go meet them in a sec. But the marina boat has just gone out to meet them. Crazy.
Really This is the worst speed.
It was lovely seeing them again, but soon after we realised just how low the tide was. Never a dull day. The boat is pretty heeled and we are sat on the bottom of the marina. This is not a drill. We're actually sat on the bottom. Look at our depth thing.
Oh no, we are moving.
Very slightly, Zach, look. It keeps going, it went down to
1.
It was 0.9 a second ago.
This must be springs at the moment. Yeah, it is, because that big boat's going through, isn't it? This is springs at the moment. That's why it's so bad. Because the Ketch, the super yacht Ketch that was here, is going through today because the tide's super low.
Yeah, Zach, I think we're on the bottom.
Yeah, 100% are.
This is the first time that's ever happened. Is it bad for the boat? People get stuck on sandbanks and they have to leave their boat till high tide.
I kind of want to see what the bottom is here.
Like, I mean, it will probably just be mud or sand, right?
Well, you would hope so, but I don't know that.
Well, what else would it be?
Rock. There would be rocks there. I mean, look out there.
Yeah, we're on the bottom. I did think the boat felt different. What do we do from now? We just wait for the tide to come back in. That's all we can do.
Yeah.
Let me just see what tide it is. Oh yeah, it's minus 44 meter tide. And the max is 5. Yeah, it's proper springs.
It's saying about 1.7 here.
So yeah, we are on the bottom because we're 1.85.
Just. So 15 centimetres on the bottom potentially. Oh. It feels like just silty mud everywhere.
Are we on the bottom?
Just. Yeah. We are touching it. I can't see anything though because I have my eyes closed.
Yeah, that's fine. You just felt it, yeah? Why did you shut your eyes?
Well, there's no point having them open.
Yeah, true.
Couldn't see anything.
Yeah, I guess so.
I just felt my way along the hull, got to the stern gland, and then went down.
So we are just on it, but it's just like silty.
It's really like just fine, just shite.
But you couldn't feel any rocks. Did you go the whole way to the front?
Yeah,
Okay.
I felt all the way under.
Okay, that's fine.
It felt horrible. We are on the bottom there.
After the stress-inducing start to the week, and now that our friends had arrived, we decided to head to the local town for carnival.
This is cute.
Officer here explained that the whole carnival is all from the same community, the same city carnival, but there's a competition going. There's like something called Calle Arriba and Calle Abajo. Well, I mean, direct translation would be like the high street and the low street, and the carnival, I guess, is split into two, the parade, and they're in like a competition. Whoever can like play the best music or something.
It felt so good to be out of the marina and clear our minds, and unbeknownst to us, the day was only going to get crazier. So this morning, Zach is outside spraying Windex onto our pilot house windows, which is awesome stuff. It means the water and rain just beads off. Not that we've had any rain here. We've actually had 0 rain since crossing through. Very strange. Anyway, I really thought I was in my era. I was really, look, plants. I was really feeling it. And I keep trying to get something to grow in the saloon, but it's just too sunny and bright in there. And the snake grass that got me about 2 weeks ago, all the leaves snapped off. I think I didn't water it enough, and then I overwatered it, and I think it got root rot. And I'm very new to this, so I think it's a goner, but there's a little stubby root left, so I've changed the soil and I've dried out the root, and I'm hoping it will spring back to life. But if I'm honest, I'm not too hopeful. I think I'm going to try and cut the rotten bit of these off and put them in some water and hope that roots grow. I don't know, I'm not too hopeful, but I'm trying my best. That's all that matters. Zach's up here.
Hello.
How is cleaning going?
They're getting there, looking a lot better.
Yeah, it's cool that this hatch goes fully back. I always forget that.
Yeah. Is it all the way back?
Oh, is it lent on you right now?
Yeah, it is a bit, yeah.
Oh. Can you pass me the Rain-X? I'm going to show them what it is. It's actually, I'm pretty sure this stuff's for cars. It just looks like this. My parents use it on their windscreens, and it just means the rain beads off. Applies water beading technology to enhance driving visibility. There we go. Yeah. I actually have some energy today. Yesterday and the night before.
Oh, don't nick it. I need
Oh
that.
yeah, sorry. Sorry. There we go.
Thanks.
We have not been sleeping well the last few days. It is incredibly windy, and the boat next to us has a wind generator. It's so loud. It's not spinning right now, but trust me, when that thing gets going, you really know about it. So we haven't been sleeping well, but last night we actually shut our hatch fully and just had fans on and finally got a good night's sleep, so I have some energy back. I'm just watching this thing, it's going to get going, and Zach keeps threatening to throw a line into it. See, it does look healthy still. I guess now we'll just wait and see.